Hello and welcome to Beyond Serenity. For most divine feminines, the divine counterpart's journey is the most overwhelming and painful experience you'll ever go through in this lifetime. At many points, particularly in the earlier stages, this journey can feel much like a confusing curse. You're left bewildered by the intense encounter with your divine masculine, the subsequent push-pull dynamic, your crash into dark night of the soul, and the overwhelming activation of your mind. Your thoughts seem to be continuously running a mile a minute, replaying the story over and over, wondering why this is happening to you, and desperate for anything to help you feel better. The extreme pain and other distressing emotions is beyond words, and it can hit hard and fast with forceful intensity, often sending you crashing onto the floor in a broken heap of all-consuming despair. Triggering events bombard you and bring a flooding of intense emotions where you're brought face to face with your core woundings, overcome with overwhelming feelings of abandonment and betrayal. You find yourself oscillating back and forth between a variety of distressing feeling states, including despair, desperation, frustration, anger, resentment, jealousy, fear, guilt, low self-worth, and apathy. The triggers which bring about these intense periods of rising emotions and core woundings may be directly related to circumstances with your divine masculine. However, often these triggers extend beyond your divine masculine, and you find yourself immersed in intensely upsetting situations involving other soul connections and circumstances in your life. Our natural tendency is to fall into states of victimhood and blame. And at times, you'll be overcome with feelings like the world is out to get you, wondering what you did to deserve this pain. While other times, you find yourself residing in self-blame, feeling like you are failing at everything in life, completely unworthy and undeserving, resigning yourself to the acceptance that nothing will ever get better and you'll be perpetually stuck in this painful state forever. To try and explain what you're going through to family and friends is futile, as you yourself are grasping to understand what is happening. In most cases, divine feminines will attach their distressing emotions on to a specific external story or event, and it will feel like these circumstances are the cause of the upset. Many times, divine feminines find themselves trapped in the story of what happened and why, replaying scenarios over and over, looping in pain, while desperately trying to gain comprehension of why things unfolded as they did. Earlier on in the journey, what can be frustrating for many divine feminines to hear is that this replaying of the story and residing in states of victimhood or blame are exactly what is keeping you trapped and perpetuating your discomfort. A beautiful life, which includes union with your divine counterpart, is available to you. However, it simply cannot and will not materialize while ever you are looping in stories and perpetuating dense feeling states. What you are not realizing is that you actually hold all the power within you to shift your reality, and it has only been you keeping yourself stuck inside your own painful cage. As much as this journey feels like a curse, it is actually the exact opposite. And as hard as it is to believe while immersed in the moments of pain, this is the biggest gift you will ever receive. You did not meet your divine masculine by chance. The push-pull dynamic and separation did not happen by chance. And your life falling apart around you is not by chance. At the start of the journey, it feels like the pain and discomfort you're going through is caused by circumstances in your 3D reality, such as the dynamic with your divine masculine, or what is unfolding with other upsetting situations in your life. However, there is something so much bigger at play here. Through the activations you received during your encounters with your divine masculine, you have been catapulted into an intense ascension process. Through all this pain and upset, your higher self is screaming at you to wake up to your immense unlimited potential and see the beautiful life available to you, which you have been blind to up until now. You are not a victim of your reality. As triggering as it can be to hear when you're going through extreme amounts of hurt, none of this is happening to you. On the contrary, every single thing that is unfolding in your life is happening for you. On this journey, our minds are heavily activated, and we are continually pulled back into looping the story, focusing on why things happened the way they did and what another person is or is not doing. However, replaying the story is only keeping you anchored in lower density timelines. The divine counterparts dynamic has come in to unlock the door to the cage in which you have been trapped, and to catapult your shift onto a brand new timeline where you are living within the beautiful frequencies of New Earth energy. We have spent lifetimes residing in a dense, low vibrational world, and our minds have been heavily programmed to focus on what we see in our 3D as being our reality. However, there is so much more going on, and there is something much bigger unfolding. Whether it be directly related to your divine masculine or involving other people and situations, every single interaction and experience you have gone through in your life has held an important reason and purpose, and each one is an essential key to your ascension process. At the start of the journey, most of these keys are invisible to you. However, as you progress, they will be revealed to you in layers. Every painful situation and every triggering emotion is an important part of your shift into a brand new version of yourself and holds important lessons for your growth. With each intense emotional oscillation, you are shedding another layer of density. And with each layer shed, you'll have new revelations and insights, allowing you to shift up to a higher level of consciousness. Whenever you're sitting in a space of victimhood and blame, holding states of anger, resentment, and frustration towards yourself or towards others, you'll be inhibiting your up-leveling and blocking yourself from gaining the benefits of all the beautiful ways this seemingly negative situation is here to serve you. It is not necessary to get caught up in overanalyzing and trying to figure out with your mind the specific lesson from a given situation. In most cases, the purpose of the lessons from even the most simple of circumstances are multi-layered and multi-dimensional. No matter how pleasant or how uncomfortable it may feel, when you simply acknowledge each occurrence and emotion as being here with an important reason, and you set the intention to be shown the lesson when the time is right, all of the old stories of what unfolded with your divine masculine and with others in your life will gradually begin to take on a whole new meaning. In perfect timing, you'll find yourself in a series of aha moments, and suddenly, what once seemed like a jumbled mess of unrelated puzzle pieces will all start to make sense and will come together to form the most beautiful of portraits. When you truly shift into alignment with your highest version of self, your soul will magnetize everything to you in divine timing, including the highest forms of love, abundance, and joy. The power of how and when you make this shift is held within you. You do have a choice on this journey. You can choose to stay looping in pain, repeating and replaying the old stories of what did or did not happen, and this choice will keep you anchored in old timelines where you're unconsciously creating more situations to reflect back to you your dense emotional feeling states. Or you can make the choice to release attachment to the old story and shift yourself onto a brand new timeline, recognizing that despite how painful and upsetting any situation may have felt, it was in some way here to serve your highest good. This shift in perspective is one of the best things you can do to accelerate your transition into the beautiful life which you are here to live. Making this shift is not easy, and it will not happen if you sit around waiting and hoping for something to change. Continuing to repeat your same patterns, replaying the stories over and over in a state of victimhood or blame, will simply keep you stuck. As Einstein captured beautifully with his phrase, "The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result." If you're in a state of pain, something needs to change. And this does take conscious intent, and it does take action. Self-responsibility is an absolutely essential component of progression on this journey. Nobody outside of yourself can do this work for you. It is up to you to make the choice to step it up and to make the shifts being called of you. As broken as you may feel, you do have the power within you to make the changes being invited of you. And you do have the power to shift your reality into a brand new life where residing in states of love, abundance, gratitude, and joy are your beautiful new normal. Until next time, with unconditional love.